one of the most important decisions you will ever make in your life is that of who to get married to, especially for those looking to get married. You know why? The person you eventually decide to spend the rest of your life with will impact every area of your life, mentally, physically, spiritually, even financially, and every other aspect. That is why you should choose wisely, carefully, intentionally, and purposefully too. And I know that in our environment, it is very common to say, oh, marriage is a black market. You can never be so sure. You can never be so right. Hey, that's a dangerous thing to say. Stop joining people to say it. Have you forgotten that your tongue is very powerful? The Bible records that the tongue eh, is so powerful. It says the power of life and death lies in your tongue. That's how powerful the tongue is. So be careful what you confess. Whatever you do not want, stop joining people to confess it just because you want to please people. I've never loved to please people. So when they say marriage is black market, I tell them it will favor me. And it favored me, and it's still favoring me. So say what you want. The Bible says, as a man thinks in his heart, so is he. What are you thinking? Are you thinking marriage is a black market that your spouse can change tomorrow? Or are you thinking marriage is a favored market where you pick the best and all things begin to work in your favor? That's the way I thought. That's the way many other people thought. And they're enjoying their marriage now. Forget the rhetoric that is being sold everywhere. Marriage is beautiful. There are still good men and women out there waiting for you. Especially if you are one of the good men and women out there. Let me tell you, it doesn't matter what the society is selling about marriage. You can choose the best. But how? By leaning on God. Yes, I'm sure you are saying, she has brought this God issue again. Yes, what do you expect me to do? I will always introduce a formula that works to you. A formula that I've used, tested, and it's proven good. That's what I will introduce. I will not come and tell you theory. God has been the foundation of most things that have been successful, that have been extraordinary in my life. And my marriage has been extraordinary. So God was the foundation too. I remember when I wanted to choose my life partner then. So it's not easy, as a fine girl now. That's on a lighter note though. But I'm fine. I had about 5 good suitors. When I mean good, I mean good. Good looking men, good jobs, God loving. And I was confused, to say the least. So what did I do? I went to God. God, deliver me from this. Let me choose the best. Let me not be carried away. And then I also used my mentor's notebook where he said, write down about 10 things you want in a man or a woman that you want to marry. If the person can make 60 to 70%, they are good to go. Trust me, after doing that, 3 of them qualified 70%. And then I went back to God, okay, I'm still stuck. But I said, God, give me that peace of mind, that discerning spirit that will help me to know the right one. And I gave some conditions. And when those conditions were met, I knew, oh, this person was my real husband. And I accepted the proposal. And here we are today. 13 years had gone down the lane. It's been full of bliss, favor, and grace. And when I say it's been full of bliss, favor, and grace, trust me, nothing short of that. But that doesn't mean that there are no arguments or there are no ups and downs or no challenges. Don't let anybody deceive you that there is a marriage that doesn't have arguments or doesn't have any challenges. Every marriage has its own ups and downs. But then, the 2 people involved in the marriage will determine how the challenges will be faced, attacked, and conquered. They will determine if the challenges will destroy their marriage or will build it. That's why you have to be purposeful, intentional, and wise in your decisions. And put God as the foundation. There are many times that my husband and I had argued. Heated arguments about things that are very important to us. And if you are there, if you are as a person, you are there, you will think, these people will not talk the next two days. But it's a lie. When we first got married, Me, I used to form. I'll say, no, I won't talk. I won't talk. My husband will forget. He'll come and talk to me. He'll come and me too. Because I don't have that spirit to hold on to grudge, I will just talk back. And before you know it, everything is peaceful. But that, and now that we have stayed like it's more than a decade in the marriage, I can't remember the last time we didn't talk to each other for because of an argument, or maybe we were angry. Before you know it, give us 10 seconds, we started talking back. It doesn't pass that. I mean, there are people who know us here. So there's no need to form anything. And do you think that was achieved by just me sitting down? No. God has the foundation, purpose at the center of it, intentionality at the core of it, and a lot of hard work. Yes. That's why it is important that you don't marry because everybody is marrying, or because you are lonely, or because there's pressure. Marry based on your own purpose. Marry your kind. When people say marry your kind, it is very true. Your values must align. I mean, apart from putting God in the center, your values have to align. The fact that a man is good or a woman is good does not mean they will be good to you. Does not mean they are good for you, rather. Not good to you. That does not mean they are good for you. Not every good man or good man is good for you. Marry your own kind. What are your values? For instance, I cherish integrity a lot. So I wouldn't be able to cope with a man that doesn't cherish the same. I wouldn't bend. That doesn't mean there are no room for flaws. I make a lot of flaws myself. I trample on my own integrity at times. But then, let it be like, let me follow my mentor's percentage. Let's say 60%, 65, 70. You show integrity. Not integrity of 20%. That person is always lying. It can make me to be emotionally bruised. And thank God, it was one of the things I put on my top of my list. And I saw that in my then partner. Until now, as my husband, even his own integrity is sometimes more than mine. Or we just balance each other's integrity. When somebody else is waiting, or the other person calls the person back. And that's what I wanted. Accountability, integrity, they were called on my list. And I got what I wanted. So let me tell you, when you ask something from God, when something is in your heart, you will get it. When you think something negative, be careful, you might get it. But when you are positive on what you want, you will also get it. Every positive thing I wanted in marriage over my children, I got. The children know is another day. So what am I saying? Let your values align before you choose your partner. For instance, I've seen many cases where money has scattered marriages. One partner loves to spend. Very frivolous, doesn't believe in savings. Oh, vacation today, buy this tomorrow, spend any amount on clothing or shoes. They don't care. They feel I'm working for my money, I can spend any amount. The other person believes, okay, I'm also working for my money, but then, can we be prudent? Can we save? And while you were courting or dating, they were very stern in this, their opinion. They were not going to change it. I mean, there are compromises in marriage. I've made a lot. My husband have made a lot. But there are times people don't compromise when it comes to their core value. I wouldn't compromise my accountability. I like being accountable. In fact, people tell me that I'm too accountable safe. So I will appreciate that in my partner. They might not be, I might be 80% accountable. If my partner is 50%, I will take it, not 20%. So there are core values that people will not change. They will not bend. So when people eventually get married, they'll say, oh, I never knew you were this wasteful. They start using wrong words on one another. Your core values must align. There are things that must be in place. Respect is very important. You are arguing, and then in my years of arguing with my husband, we've never had to use the wrong words on each other. There are words that are a no, 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 no. You don't use them. No matter how, argue based on your point, not on insult. Don't insult your partner. There are a lot of things to watch for when you're getting married. But I would like to stop here for now. But the basis of everything I'm saying, let your choosing be based on God. Put all the foundation on God. And then make sure your core values align. Let it align. And don't believe the popular saying. Don't believe the rhetoric that marriage is not a good thing. Marriage is a good thing. Just do the right things and you will get the best. There are a lot of God's best out there. And if you qualify, you will get the best. You remain the best and then you get the best.